Hello.
Hi, Mr. Garza. I'm Francis Zamora. I'm the External Affairs Manager for the San Francisco Department
External
of
Affairs? Well, this is signed as Public Information Officer.
That was last week. I have a new title as of this week.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I came to speak to you about this letter
Sure.
and its implications and everything.
Sure.
And, you know, to go forward from there. So, can we do this?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Basically, when I IDR'd you guys, it was about an incident that happened on 2/18 where I called for civil standby at 101 Grove and had been repeatedly denied civil standby. And I believe the officer or somebody there slandered me by saying I was code 800. When I called and spoke with a JoAnn Donahue, you do acknowledge that's a supervisor, correct?
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Sure.
She told me that it was the sole jurisdiction and she couldn't send somebody out. So that's why I asked you guys about the sole jurisdiction. I've been over to the sheriff's office, and the videos are on YouTube, where they claim that they don't have sole jurisdiction. So I guess you can see how my rights were thwarted by the supervisor by not sending somebody out, because apparently they don't have sole jurisdiction. True or false?
Well, what I can provide you, Mr. Garza, is with the response. I understand that you have filed a complaint with the Sunshine Task Force, and so we have provided you with all responsive documents that we have based on your Sunshine request. And so you have the CAD records based on the phone call that you made. You have copies of those records.
Where I was called code 800, correct?
That's correct.
Now, let me ask you, who supervises, let's say, an officer if they, slander me? How is that code 800? How are any of my rights protected, especially if you're not going to even send out civil standby with a police officer?
Now, Mr. Garza, those are the policies of the San Francisco Police Department.
I wasn't asking about policy, I was asking about law.
Sure, and I would direct those questions to the San Francisco Police Department.
Why should I direct them to the police department? I called you guys, emergency services, to send someone out, and your person, the supervisor, was incorrect.
And again, Mr. Garza.
So why should I go to the police department
those are
when
the
it's
policies and procedures of the San Francisco Police Department?
So you're telling me the police department runs this entire thing, and it's their policies that dictate, the corrupt, rigged process here, where...
Again, Mr. Garza, we follow, those are the policies of the San Francisco Police Department,
and policies are not law, correct? They can be incorrect.
Again, those are the policies of the San Francisco
And
Police
again, they're not the law. They can be incorrect. So you're telling me that the police department is over the emergency department?
We are an independent agency.
Okay,
however,
now...
those are the policies of the San Francisco Police Department.
Well, no. If you're an independent agency, I'd like to see your policies regarding, the being told by the supervisor that it was, the sole jurisdiction of the sheriff. The supervisor, who trains them properly?
Now, Mr. Garza,
Yes, Mr. Zamora?
I understand that you have filed a complaint with the Sunshine Task Force. We have provided these documents.
You haven't answered my questions. I'm following up.
And so I am providing these documents to you.
Do I need to sunshine you again for these new questions then?
This is the response that we provided.
I understand, but you remember, you're supposed to work with the person if they don't feel completely satisfied, and I'm coming back and telling you that the stuff that you've sent me doesn't jive.
And Mr. Garza, we have provided with all responsive documents.
So if the responsive documents are incorrect and they're set to not jive and to harm the individual, you've done your job, correct?
We have provided all responsive documents.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And I will return because I'm still going to follow up.
Great.
No problem.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys at the hearing for the Sunshine Task Force. Bye. Have a nice day. Well, are we learning the games? The policies of the San Francisco Police Department dictate this independent agency's policies, so that the supervisor, can lie. Well, how many other police officers have told me when I've requested civil standby that, the sheriff has sole jurisdiction? Mind you, the sheriff who doesn't enforce medical law, along with the San Francisco Police Department, in cahoots with the San Francisco Emergency Dispatch Department. Thank you.